Live from the Nation Center, this is NTV At One. My name is Ken Mijungu. One policeman has been injured during protests at the Wakulima and Marikiti markets right here in the capital. The officer was among tens of others who were firing tear gas to disperse the protesting traders along the Haile Selassie Avenue. Now, the officer was injured when traders started pelting police with stones. The demonstrations erupted early in the morning, with the traders lighting bonfires along the road, complaining of hefty rates leveled by the county government. They were also agitating for the release of some of the traders who were arrested by the police on suspicion of being involved in destructive protests. The standoff, which lasted several hours, forced some businesses within the area to close and caused traffic snarl up, with police diverting motorists to other roads.
The protest enters. As the protest enters.
Now, the commotions saw one of the members of parliament within the city also injured. The Rural Border Patrol Unit of Police in Sheikh Baro, that's in Mandera, was this morning the target of Al-Shabaab attack. Area police say they unsuccessfully repelled the invaders in a confrontational that lasted for more than an hour, in which none of either side was wounded. It is the second time the Al-Shabaab have targeted the camp following an unsuccessful attempt in 2016. The offensive comes just 48 hours after their operatives hit Hamay police station in Garissa County, where they made way with a Land Cruiser, machine gun and food rations. The officers based at Hamay, unlike their counterparts in Mandera, were unable to fight off the attackers due to lack of adequate firepower, among the weaknesses identified in the military report. And a 47-year-old man from Githunguri who has been found guilty of raping his 82-year-old mother-in-law has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. The Kandara Law Court found that Julius Ndwati Muiruri had sexual intercourse with his mother-in-law without her consent. Ndwati was a husband to the victim's late daughter. Another daughter of the victim has applauded the court, saying that justice has been served. An eyewitness pointed out that this was not the first incident that the accused had committed the act against the elderly woman. Residents have allegedly tagged the man as a rapist due to the frequency of the alleged incidences.
Ako na uchungu kwa sababu huyo mvulana. Kwa hivyo nimefurahi kwa hiyo koti hiyo imefika mwisho.
All right, away from that, a lobby group from the coast has warned the government that its proposed plan to privatize the port and their operations would render thousands of locals jobless, claiming the business will be at risk. The Teireni Amidzishenda Group says the plans to transfer the inland container depot to Nairobi and set up a dry port in Naivasha is an evil plan to kill the coast economy. He has rather complained that the forceful removal of KPM Managing Director Catherine Muitwi-Wairu was a plan to deny the coast people the right to manage resources in their locality. According to the Vice Chairperson, the report to retrench workers and removal of the Bandari College and Bandari Clinic from KPM management will create an economic crisis which they will be unable to handle. The members of the group have promised to defend the port by all means possible.
Tunasema ya kwamba imetosha. Haiwezekani ya kwamba serikali imtoe mfanyikazi, mtendakazi, mchapakazi Catherine Muturi, halafu warudi waanze kuhakikisha kwamba poti ya Mombasa inaanza kubinafsishiwa. Hii ni jambo la masikitiko, ni jambo la kuonyesha ya kwamba watu wa pwani hawana mtetezi.
To Nyandarua County, where the women representative Faith Gitatu has recommended corporal punishment as a solution to the cases of indiscipline that could be associated with arson attack witnessed in schools recently, as Charity Mwangi now explains.
It is a worrying trend, a school going up in flames every day, and it seems that the more the issue is discussed, the more the incidents occur. The recent case being witnessed at Mukumu Boys High School in Kakamega just hours after a visit from Education Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed. And for that reason, government officials are seeking stringent measures that could remedy the problem.
Every student caught burning a school should be put in jail, juvenile jail, for 6 months to be, to be disciplined there.
The Nyandarua women representative said that all the reported cases are associated with a shift in the way the society is bringing up the next generation.
When we were in school those years, we were being beaten by our teachers, and that is how we got our discipline. Most of these schools have no discipline. You see students beating, slapping their teachers and even head teachers, which is very wrong.
The legislator was speaking during a bursary issuing ceremony at the Ngaindavia Secondary School. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
And Deputy President William Ruto will continue to partner with churches and organizations despite facing criticism on corruption in the Jubilee administration. The DP maintains his stand on the fight against corruption, saying the efforts by the government will be vigorously pursued to the end. Ruto was speaking during a church function organized by the Catholic Members of Parliament Spiritual Initiative, who praised his efforts in committing to strengthen church programs and involvement in the country's affairs.
I assure you, when it comes to the contributions, we're going to achieve the targets.
That will invite His Excellency, the Deputy President.
There is a lot of, if I say, blackmail and intimidation about us who are Christians who are serving in the public. But for the record, I am a Christian first, I am a politician and a deputy president after that.
And Nakuru women representative Lisa Chelule has urged Parliament to act fast and institute legislations to ensure that women representation in Parliament does not dwindle if the women representative seat is knocked off. Chelule has further expressed a concern that the number of women in Parliament could go down if no further provision is made to create positions for the women at the August House. These remarks come in the wake of the bid by Uasin Gishu women representative Gladys Sholei to have the position scrapped and to have counties created exclusively for women to vie for. This, Sholei argues, will be as opposed to the tradition of nominating women to balance representation at houses of parliament.
People with disabilities. So long as I'm here.
If there will be any other structure or any other model that will replace the women position, may I welcome it. But the most important thing here is how these women can be empowered. As we are talking today, we are talking about illiterate women and the elite women and illiterate women. And I want to talk about this very much. There are these women who are always voting and they don't have anything to do. They don't have any kind of information. We need to have a representative who will actually talk on their behalf.
Now, water could soon start reliably running from taps in Maua town with the completion of a 1.1 billion shilling Maua Dam project. So this scheme that is said to be commissioned seeks to serve an area that annually plays host to drought. This is one among the 4 dams that the government is looking to put up in Meru County.
completed unit of water treatment, which will serve the area of Mawa town and the environments.
So after completion of this project now, for the purpose of operation and maintenance, we are handing over to the county government.
Now back here, traders in Feather Estate staged demonstrations this morning against the demolition of stalls in their estate. These traders say they had not been served with any kind of notice. The traders engaged the county's enforcement unit in running battles along the outer ring road and chased county officers from the demolition sites. They say they were licensed and had business permits and that their presence there was legal. They say they will sue the county government over the demolitions, which most say have destroyed their livelihoods.
Kila kitu, it was something which went very well with the councillor, the MCA who initiated it on the ground. We have really invested. I personally have invested $500,000 million in this place. 9 good stalls, they were all built and zilikuwa na tenants ndani. So you can imagine what a situation to the people of Embakasi ward.
Hapa mbunge anaitwa Babu Wino amekuja hapa, hizi vitu zikianza akaona zikifanywa. Huyu mtu ambaye anaitwa Karani alikuwa ameka bango lake pale, hizi vitu zikiwekwa. Alafu pia ni shida ya wadosi na maskini. Hao wadosi wanaishi hapa Feather, ndio wameshikana na serikali wakapiga hizi vitu. Hizi vitu zilikuwa zimefanywa ili tumalize crime rates in this Embakasi. Tangu hizi vitu zifanyike, hata crime rate imerudi chini.
Kuresoi North Deputy County Commissioner Felix Wafula has issued a warning to bar owners in the area for operating outside the permitted hours under the Alcoholic Drinks Act, popularly known as the Mutudo Law. Speaking during a security meeting at Kuresoi Trading Center, the county commissioner said that most bar operators have left their doors open to customers in blatant disregard to the law. Wafula said people are now drinking freely without observing the Mutudo Law hours. Bars are allegedly being opened in the morning and alcohol is being sold in every village. The government says it will increase the number of inspectorate officers to carry out crackdowns in the area, and bar owners will be held responsible for sale of alcohol at the wrong time.
Ningependa tushirikiane na maafisa wa Nakuru County ili tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba wale wote wanafanya biashara ya mapa wako na license na wanazingatia sheria ya nchi. Mambo ya mchana kwenda kwa pool tables na video shows hatutakubali. Kuna wale ambao wanaenda kucheza pool tables na video shows na ni wakati wa shule. Hatutakubali. Because hiyo ndio itafanya wengi wao waache kuenda shule.
Right, across the border, Nigerian President Muhammad Buhari is set to inaugurate the new light railway in Abuja in order to give boost to the country's transport sector.